You ever get that feeling, that cold sweat when an interviewer leans in and says, "So, tell me about your experience with Git"? Yep, you're not alone. But today, we're going to turn that fear into some serious confidence. We're breaking down the essential commands you really need to know. Let's do this.
All right, let's just dive right in with the question that, believe me, trips up so many developers. It sounds simple, but nailing this difference right away, that's your first step to sounding like you know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, here is the absolute simplest way to lock this into your brain. Think of Git as the engine. It's the powerful tool that lives on your computer tracking every single change you make. GitHub, on the other hand, that's the garage. It's the online service where you park your project, work on it with your team, and show it off. So Git is the engine, GitHub is the garage. Get that right, and you're already off to a great start.
All right, with that foundation in place, let's get practical. Let's say it's day one on a new project. How do you actually get things rolling with Git?
Well, you've really got two main scenarios. If you're building something totally new, from scratch, you'll go into your project folder and run git init. That command basically wakes Git up and says, hey, start paying attention to this folder. But more often, you're joining an existing team. In that case, you'll use git clone with a URL. That downloads a full copy of the entire project, all the history, everything, right onto your machine.
So now the project's on your computer. What do you do all day? Turns out, most of your daily Git work really just boils down to a super simple, repeatable cycle. This is the rhythm of using Git. Status, add, commit. Think of it like a little dance. First, you run git status to see what files you've changed. Then, you use git add to choose which of those changes you want to save in your next snapshot. We call that staging. And finally, you run git commit to lock in that snapshot and save it to your project's history forever. Check, choose, save. That's the loop, all day long.
And we need to be really clear about what a commit is. It's so much more than just saving a file. A commit is a permanent snapshot of your entire project at one specific moment. Every single commit you make is like laying another brick in the foundation of your project's history.
And what if you want to look at that history? See all those bricks you've laid? That's where git log comes in. It's like a time machine for your code. It shows you every commit ever made, who did it, when they did it, and why. It's the complete story of your project. Okay, so far everything we've talked about is kind of a solo act. But let's be real. Git was built for teamwork. That's where it truly becomes powerful. So let's talk about how you work with other people. The secret ingredient for teamwork in Git is something called branching. A branch is kind of like creating a parallel universe for your code. It lets you go off and work on a new feature or fix a bug in a totally safe, isolated space without any risk of breaking the main stable version of the project. And creating one of these parallel universes, it's ridiculously easy. The command git checkout -b, and then whatever you want to call your branch, does everything at once. It creates the new branch, and poof, it switches you right over to it. You're now in your own little sandbox, ready to code. Now, while you're off working in your branch, your teammates are busy making changes too. So how do you get their latest work? You've got two main options, and this is a huge interview question. Git pull is like the express lane. It downloads their changes and immediately tries to merge them into your code. Git fetch, on the other hand, is more cautious. It only downloads the changes and then lets you look them over before you decide to merge them in yourself.
Okay, you've got the basics, you've got collaboration. Now let's cover a few of the more advanced moves that will make you look like a total pro. These are the tools that solve those really tricky real-world problems.
So picture this. You are halfway through building a new feature. Your code is kind of messy, and suddenly, an urgent bug report comes in. You have to switch branches right now, but you can't commit your half-finished broken code. So, what do?
The answer is git stash. I'm telling you, this command is like a magic trick. It takes all your messy, uncommitted work, tucks it away safely for later, and gives you a clean slate. Now you can switch branches, fix that emergency bug, and when you come back, git stash pop brings all your work right back exactly how you left it. It's a lifesaver. Okay, so when your feature is finally done, it's time to combine it back into the main branch. And here, there are really two schools of thought: merge or rebase. Git merge is all about preserving the exact, messy history of how things happened. It creates a special merge commit that ties the two branches together. Git rebase, however, is like a history editor. It takes your changes and neatly places them on top of the main branch,
creating a beautiful straight-line history. Different teams prefer different styles, so knowing both is absolutely key.
All right, here's another one of those oh no moments. You realize that a commit you pushed yesterday actually introduced a huge bug, and the whole team already has it. You can't just delete it, so how do you fix this without messing up the project history? This is where Git revert is your best friend. Instead of deleting the bad commit, which is a big no-no on shared branches, revert creates a brand new commit that does the exact opposite of the bad one, effectively canceling it out. It's the safe, professional way to fix mistakes because you're not rewriting the past, you're just adding a new chapter that corrects it.
And last but not least, what if you don't want to merge a whole branch, but you saw one amazing commit in there that you need right now? For that, we have Git Cherry Pick. It's like a surgical tool. It lets you go into any other branch, pluck out one single commit, and apply it right onto your current branch. It's incredibly useful for very specific situations.
Okay, wow, that was a lot, so let's boil it all down. Here are the absolute key takeaways for your interview. 1. Git is the tool, GitHub is the service. 2. Your daily workflow is status, add, commit. 3. Branches are your safe place to work. 4. Pull merges automatically, fetch disk downloads. And 5. Revert is the safe way to undo a mistake. If you can nail those 5 points, you are in fantastic shape.
But really at the heart of everything is this one simple idea. A commit isn't just a save file. It's a snapshot, a moment in time. It is the fundamental building block of your project's entire story. If you can explain just that, you're already way ahead of the curve.
So, as you get ready for that next interview, try to think beyond just the commands. Git is the tool you use to write the biography of your code. And using it well, with clear messages and a thoughtful history, it shows true craftsmanship. It tells a story about you as a developer, a story of professionalism and clear communication. So the only question left is, what story